So, hi there. I have not yet gotten to the part of shorter videos. I'm so sorry. Thank you, you three who like my videos. I don't know, you must be strange. No, thank you so very much for liking my videos. And for that reason, I will pull 3 cards down for you. For the ones who comment, that is. But you can take it as for you who liked, if you like also. Also, I will pick some blank cards. I have those cards that are just white on, like my first tarot cards. Actually, the back side even is exactly like my first red white, but then it's just white. So maybe I can add something, and I don't really need the cards. That's just when I was going to do my own cards and looked into these, then I realized that I see in the cards, that pops up to me things, so it seems very limiting then to draw something upon them. So I use them as they are blank. And as I said, I don't use those, but they have a purpose, because each of the cards, when you use them especially, they take on that form of energy that you. So they will also, even if it seems very random to actually use different cards. Pick different cards when they are all blank. You can just tune into and look into one card, obviously, but at the same time, even though there is no images on them, they take on different energy as you use them, as well as tarot cards do. And maybe I should actually... you know what? I don't weigh myself a lot. I wish I did. Now when I weigh myself, actually I had gained weight. And this is not good for my whole plan to, my whole plan for love and all. Let's see now. I'm sorry, but you maybe like these sounds. We can do this whole what do you have in your bag thing, but you don't see them now. I have a lot of things in my bag. But one thing I have is this liver cleanse thing, and luckily enough I've used those, because this is not good. This is really really unhealthy, and so I will just take that one, because I feel the liver. I can sense those things too. But I realized that one thing that but I always think it will work. You have heard me since, let's see, how many years is it now? 7 years. And in various periods I actually have gotten a little bit more into shape, and then I've lost it again. And so, but yeah, apparently I think some of those things that I've discovered, and if I used them, would work. For example, muscle testing. Thing is with that, because I try that a lot, also in stores and when I was going to eat something and all. The thing is that when you do that, if you, for example, if you're an alcoholic, because that is like poisonous to the body if you test it, if you would ingest it, like. But those who are alcoholic, they react as if they got stronger from it when you muscle test them, especially if they are in withdrawal or so. And so that's also very tricky, especially if you do it yourself. If someone else tests, maybe they can figure out that this is like tricking you, or your mind is like tricking you. But the whole body responds as if this is really awesome or helpful. So I think that's why it didn't work well with when it came to the whole sugar stuff. But now I think I have a solution. I always do. You must be positive, don't you? And that is, aside from just avoiding the things that are, this saying, I've heard this in some self-help groups, and so some things there are really good, but I dislike or even disagree with this a lot. Anyways, it's if you doubt, don't, and I've had that in the back of my mind for so long, because there are certain things that I doubt that I handle well when it comes to food items. And still I have tried, because it's not like sugar to me. It's not that I binge if I eat them. It's just that it won't keep it like clean, if you say, so that that my mind is just relaxed and don't think about eating. Let's say several foods are just, I guess, a little bit too comforting to me, so that they become my second hand, or kind of my addiction to use, although it does not give that relief as maybe others things do. It sounds like I talk about other drugs, really, but it is to me. Anyways, so I use them like instead of, so it's like although I don't feel as if I just lose control, like in an extreme way or so. It's just, I don't know. And oftentimes I fool myself and say to myself, like, I will just, as a part of, what is the word for that? But tuning out is not the right word, but from the sugars, then I will just be very kind to myself and take other things in excess or something. I don't know. Oh, my mind. Anyway, so it didn't work, so I know what worked. I know I have done that many times, what kinds of foods that don't trigger me at all. And I felt good, I had energy, I looked pretty awesome. No, I don't know, awesome, yeah. Anyways, so it was good. So why? Why would I keep doing the things that just... it's really abuse towards myself to use things that just weakens me in all kinds of ways. That's stupid, and I don't understand how I've been doing that now for so long time. But maybe there is an end to it now, and and I hope so, and that the solution, aside from the fact that I actually do have to avoid those things that that I doubt about, even those. I can't just take away the most triggering things. I need to stay away from certain other things also that are like vaguely triggering, if you say. Not maybe interesting to you, but I just ramble here now. And I could make a video, but I'm just too lazy for that. So anyways, right now, anyway, yeah. So the thing that actually I stumble upon the most is that I really have a strong will, and I have not as strong self-discipline usually, or it depends on how interested I am actually, So when it comes to these magical workings or certain things, I have been really disciplined in in periods of time when I've learned several things, even when it came to the Zen and all that, when I was sitting a couple of times a day in Zazen and so. For I don't know how long, at least 6 months, but maybe more. But I can go really into something when I practice it. That's the aim that I. Also, when it comes to spiritual things, it have been always an intriguing interest, but it have also been survival. So it have been like double. I needed it, otherwise I will just not make it, kind of thing. So the motivation have been high in all aspects, and also have ignored my body quite a lot. So when it comes to foods and so, but I've always wanted to be free from that kind of slavery that it is when you're addicted to something. But I have not been have not had all the tools that I needed, and I have not been brave enough, apparently, also. Because it is fear very much in that sense that hold me back. Because that have always been my the things that have been soothing to my fear and whatever I felt when I was very little, all my life as far as I remember. But it can't rule my life. I mean, I know what it is. I must be okay. The solution here now is because I have this strong will, and when I decide, I'm really decisive that this I will not do, like every other addict, I assume. Not every, some actually do, and then they don't go back. They just decide, and then those are the pitta ones. When it comes to Ayurveda, those types just do that. So, anyways, I'm the Vata type. I move back and forth, and also Kapha, which means that it takes a long time before I get to the final decision. But when I do, then nothing can move it. Then I am decided. But it can take quite long time before I really reach that point where I kind of make that one. Anyways, it doesn't come like quick as those pitta persons. It's just suddenly decide to end whatever it is, and then they do it. Yeah. Anyways, so oh gosh, it takes some time for me to get to the point. Since I do that, I mean, it's so easy, but I didn't really understand that this is really the basic thing, is that I suddenly don't want to, or rather I want something else. So if someone, oftentimes I also try to be smooth, but I fool myself every time when others eat something, and I think, oh, I don't want to be complicated and do other things, and I think all kinds of ways, and then I, just for it to be smooth, I just, okay, like, but then I should know by now that it never works. Then it takes me weeks or maybe years to get out of that. So it doesn't, it can't be like that. So I have to just ignore what others understand or what they do or whatever. I just have to do my thing. And also, and why would I? I mean, look at how most people eat. It's like, it sucks actually, not only my eating, but that's not really awesome. Yeah. Anyway, so why would I let that like steer me? I mean, it is run by all the companies that want to sell all those sugars and like make us, slaves, actually. Or make us also so numb and so focused on something else. And no, all the commercials we buy and without even thinking and all things. No. So even if others buy into that and think this is the normal way to do it, well, maybe it's for them and that's good. Keep doing, but I shall not be impacted by that. I will have to do my thing. But that is just the one part. The other part is my own will. Because, okay, maybe people think sometimes that you are screwed, but they think so anyways. And also, apparently, if you're fat or overweight, something is very unbalanced. Even if it would be the other way around, of course, but that's not my case. So, anyways, yeah. So the only actually difficult part is that I suddenly don't want to. Even if I decided to follow a certain path and do it this way, suddenly I do something, or it can be, I'm also weaker when I'm a little bit exhausted, or it have been a lot, or I'm stressed out or tired or something. But, or very emotional of some sort, but still, it's not that is the problem. The problem is that I change what I want. Suddenly I want to eat that I know that is not actually good for me. So yeah, so that is the tricky part here, is that I have to not listen to what I want, and I'm really good at doing that. I do what I want, and I'm really proud of that. I mean, and that bugs a lot of people, and have always done since I came to this earth. I've been like that since I came here. It's not that I'm inconsiderate when it comes to others. I really care, and I've always been caring, way too much in most cases, actually. But so it's not that I'm super eager like that, but I follow what I want, and usually I also want to help or be of assistance to others if I am able, and so on, and see to that others also are okay or feel good. I don't want to like thrive on others' misery. Like that would make me sad. So, but yeah. So anyways, so still I've always like followed that, what I want, and that's kind of extremely strong in me. And I think that is, I wonder if that is, people say that it's a social thing, that, I mean, they have been doing those tests with rats and so on, with heroin, I think, or maybe a cocaine, I don't know, other drugs, and that they don't get addicted if they are in a social, I mean, if they are with other rats then, or social environment, let's say. And there have been those tests, but I don't really think so. I wonder about that. I mean, obviously that's scientific tests that they have done, so that's cool. But I think we humans, I mean, it's not that it's not needed. I mean, it also impact especially some people a lot. And I think it also have been helpful to me in some cases. I mean, if you're around people who always drink and you have a problem with drinking, it won't help much. So to be with others who don't, apparently will give you, it will be an easier time to get out of that. So that I've experienced, that can be positive. But I think it's more so if you actually, your will is like then affected very much from the outside. So, which I'm very much not. And I think also, oh gosh, I don't even get to the cards almost. But you know, I think that's one of the reasons. I think I just realized that now, but I think I've realized it before, but I forgot, and now I remember that. I think I actually have had this as a buffer, I mean, sugars then, as a way to keep my will. Because especially when you are young, child and so on, others can really, I mean, you are defenseless in certain ways. But I used all kinds of tricks, I guess, dissociating and all things to preserve my own will. And I also think that this was another way to numb myself so that it wouldn't get to me, you know? And but I have to stop. Oh, I can't even, but I mean, it is what it is, and hopefully I can help others if I get it out of this and can talk about my, I don't know, maybe also I can help even now, but yeah, and especially I need to help myself. And you know, so anyways, I need to remember that, because this is really, really tricky for someone who I really value to follow myself. I really dislike anyone to try to even, you know, rule over me or be authoritative to me. That is something that I've been from, it's like it's a core part of me that have been there always. So, and I think almost it's impossible, but that's like cocky to say. Of course it isn't. I mean, if you look in the world and everything, but yeah, as I said before, I think, I don't know. It's just absolutely not my personality. I may also, to some people, I seem very soft. I've said this before. Some people said that, oh, until they get to know me a little bit better, or until they push those limits, they say, oh, you have no edges, and what? They have no clue how much edges there are, you know. But I like my softer side, and I am soft also. But still, it's not that I would ever unconsciously, let's say, or subconsciously, or what do you say, that have happened many times when I hadn't have the references or all things in place. But I would never consciously let that happen. But still, I've done so over and over and over all the time when it comes to food, for example. How can I let something like that rule me? But so the point is, I just really need to remember that, to not do what I want. How difficult when I value that so much. Like, that is like the integrity I feel also in some sort of way. That seems really backwards, doesn't it? But it still is. What I really want is to, in those cases, not do what I want. You know? Oh, but I think that's the key. I think actually, if I can just remind myself that I cannot listen to what I want here. Some have developed their, what is it called now? The frontal lobe of this brain, in the frontal lobe, where you have consequence analyze and consequence thinking and long-term analyze. You know, you have those parts develop. I don't think those are extremely developed within me. So for those, maybe this is obviously probably not a problem. But I need to have some sort of easy way to remember at the time when I hesitate or when I waver or suddenly think about that I want to do something else than I had intention to do before. Then I must just, and I am strong enough to stop myself. I'm absolutely sure about that. That I've been for many years. That's also why I've been so surprised why I kept going. Because there was a time actually before when I had no control. It just drove me. I was extremely enslaved by this. And I acted even almost like in trance. I didn't even remember that I bought something or ate and then ate it. Or it was all kinds of scary scenarios in a way. So I was absolutely out of control. But for many years I've known that I can just put it away and don't do it. But I always kept doing it. But I think it's that I always do what I want. And that I also have held that in such a high regard to actually do that. That have been kind of my guiding light, I guess. And it still is. But oh yeah. Now I won't go through my bag. There's so much in this bag. My whole world almost like in the bag. How is it possible? And not only in the bag, I have a lot of other stuff in other places. Yeah. No, I can't. I don't even know what I have here exactly. But they're all things that I need. I guess I have. It's. Wait, sorry, did I bump into you? I'm so sorry. It's like I almost want to go through it now, but I will pick the cards first, at least, and see what I have. I probably have some like crystals or stones or stuff there instead. Not instead. Also because it's heavy. Yeah, stupid. All right, so 2 cards now. I will use these John Holland Psychic Tarot and the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. These 2 decks for you. That was long. And also there is something that really have bugged me for some time. I used to watch this series on TV. Some programs I just happened to stumble upon. And then I love them. So or love them, or I get like, you get sort of addicted to some things as well. And one thing I like, it's half like, maybe, or at least I started to watch it a few times, and then I just wanted to see the next episode, and so you know how it is. And then it's these, I mentioned this before, I think, those who are married to those are like fundamentalist Mormons or something, married to, there are 4 wives and 1 guy then. And the interest in that was not that they were like many women married to 1 guy, or although that is like surprising. I mean, that's like, how does that work, kind of question. But it was more like the way that they spoke about how they saw things and what they felt. I mean, just the whole sharing part, I think. And it was interesting to see how different they are. I don't know. Like I don't know. Those reality things, I oftentimes like them more than, no, not always. But anyways, to the point. Especially, I mean, I'm just mostly intrigued by those women there. And lately that have upset me a bit, this, whatever is their name, I should know their names now, I do actually, but there is this, the one with blonde, long hair. Yeah, I don't actually know it right now. But she have been really, like, depressed and jealous and all kinds of things since this 4th woman or wife then came into his life, and they had been married for like 16-17 years or something, the other wives, so to speak. Let's see if that's right. Yeah. And or more even, before this one, latest one came in there. And I just think it's so sad to see that. I mean, I can't say who she, what she would, of course she chose this, she's there. I mean, not of course, also she's brought up in it and whatever. But still, and it's not me like having anything against poly. I mean, people do whatever. But it's just her, that she have felt so really bad, and I just think, why? Oh, I mean, even there, it's a little bit hard to like her, because she is, she reacts so much. No, she doesn't react like hysterically in a way, but she reacts pretty normal, I would guess. Still not like likable. So, but at the same time, you just want to take her out of it. I mean, she is the one that have been home all the time, also taking care of kids, liking that. They have like, one is working quite all the time. I mean, not all the time, but like full time, and other wives, and so on. So they have like figured a way. They all like it, as they say. But this one, how could she ever leave? I just feel like she is in a prison there, because she have all those, I don't know how many kids she have with him, maybe 6 or something in various ages, and she have not been working. And I mean, the other ones at least have some space, let's say, where they could, I mean, she could, and she probably, I mean, from my point of view, I go all into this now, but I mean, I just see it as if she have no way out. She have to like accept that, although she says, okay, that's what you want, but I wonder, if you feel so bad about, I mean, let's say it this way. I think that there must be thousands of millions of better choices. I mean, not better, I can't say what's good for her. I just mean that opportunities, let's say that, for her than that would make her way happier. I just I just see. I mean, it feels bad that because this is still a reality show, and it feels like it anyways, that she's sort of trapped in a situation where she have no out. But that's the case for many people. But just that it's a show about it, and she is seen as the I don't know, problem maybe. I don't know. Anyways, that really have been disturbing to me. How could she leave? I feel like that. If she wanted, I mean, maybe she doesn't want. But why wouldn't she if she feels so bad? I mean, I just want to push her out of there. Yeah. So, and that was another thing I just heard, but it's like obvious, but I've never thought about it that way. That when it comes to spiritual things, at least, I mean, that's actually the case with many, that they are settled in that sense also, without keep exploring or trying to actually seek the truth. Because it's more comfortable to be in the whatever social environment where everyone agrees and everyone is comfortable with or settled like with this whole how we believe kind of thing, and also get supported by others in that. And that was what I was going to say with the whole social environments and so on, the impact on addictions and so. I think that is really efficient if others' validation mean extremely much to you, which it does to a lot of people, and nothing strange with that. But to me, that have never been my aim, to have others approve of me, although I want that too, or have wanted that a lot maybe. But I mean, that's not what drives me. That's not my that couldn't be my aim. I don't care, and I have never done, in a way. I mean, that could not make me change path because others wouldn't approve of me. If so, I would have not done the things or made the choices I've done, because there have always been a lot of disapproval, and that's okay. I choose that, and also, yeah, I don't mind. I don't care. So, I mean, I follow what I think is right and what I think is the truth. And sometimes I also stumble on things that I know is not really awesome, but anyways, for those who are really, whose main motivation would be, I mean, that it's high up in their scale of, I don't know, yeah, motivation, drive, and how they value themselves or whatever, that it is the approval of others. They would probably easier let go of some addictions when they have others around that approve of them doing so, let's say. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, what I heard anyways was this, that many people wouldn't agree. No, what do I say now? Many people wouldn't settle for less when it comes to spiritual things, but I think quite many do. But when it comes to relationships, though, it's like as if you should. And that was really, I mean, awesome to think about. I mean, why would you? And I have really settled when it comes to that. Or not settled, I've been, I obviously haven't, because I've always left, or they have seen to it so I couldn't stay also. But I mean, I have rather been, as I said before also, flattered into most of my relationships, not one of them. I think that's the only one, and that's the one that I love as much as I ever did, and it's mutual. We're just not meant to be together in that sense, but the love have never gone ever away. So yeah, So, but other times I've been flattered into it because I also have an easy time to see potential everywhere. And being positive, which is a good thing, is not always super good, because if you see the potential and it's not really the reality, but, I mean, sometimes maybe that could have someone improve. I don't know, but then you need to play games, and I have never been a game player, and I think I will have to probably become, because this world is really odd, or it's fun and it's lovely and it's awesome and I love it. It's just that, yeah, I don't know what I thought it was, what kind of world where you could be like honest, for example. I thought that would work well. Yeah, I'm still honest, and I will continue, because I just love to be. It's like, as far as I understand it, I mean, yeah, obviously I lie to myself, but I think you could, yeah, it's easy to lose yourself. I don't know if it's easy for everyone, but I maybe would have an easy time to lose myself if I started to feel too much on what was what. I mean, yeah. It's also that kind of, it's not because I think it's very like, oh, I'm so good and ethical and whatever. It's not that. It's just that I like it that way. I like the clarity of it. And it's also about self-respect, and it's about integrity. It's about who I am in towards myself, you know. And I'm not saying I'm always. I could absolutely, if I thought it was a good reason for it, I could absolutely lie. I wouldn't have any problems with it, like morally, at all. It's not that. It's just that I find it most great to not do so. I think it helps the best, heals the best, everything. I think it's a good thing. So, and it feels good. Just, yeah. Anyways, so okay, the cards now. It was something also that I was going to say in my last video, but I didn't say it. I didn't get there. I was like 2 coffees beaded from the day before, oddly. What was it? It wasn't so important, I'm sure. Anyways, I will shuffle the cards. Let's see. Yeah. This is for the first commenter then. Partnerships and alliances. Number 3. 3 of what? I don't know. There's just like colors in this. So we'll see. It doesn't say on each of them. It's not apparent. But there are 2 like reaching out and holding on to each other's arms, let's say. Yeah, it's wands. I would assume I will see. Yeah, but it's called the a suit of spirit. This, but some regard that as wands as spirit. Yeah. Okay. The meaning of this card denotes that you're now starting to see the truths of your labor take seed and blossom. There may still be a lot to do, but watch out for synchronicities, which could bring opportunities to form connection or unexpected alliances that may create something new. These could assist you in gathering resources for future projects. With all partnerships, always remember that there has to be an even exchange of energy. If you give too much whereas your partner gives too little, it will leave you feeling energetically drained and cause potential disharmony in the union. There must be overall balance within the alliance in order for it to work and blend together for optimum results. Oh, these kinds of cards. This card reminds you that success comes in many forms, even from the most unlikely sources. Have an open mind when listening to others. Alright, so what can I say to you then? It's like a man and a woman anyways in this card here. Or, in this picture. So, what can I say about that? I think that I feel like this is very much of a message to myself, because I'm like, people say that. That's true. I overdo things easily. I go overboard. Yeah, I don't even allow things to become balanced in that sense. But it's not that I take so much more. It's rather the opposite around. They don't have the opportunity to give, because I do. So, anyways, I get like overly excited, and then So now we'll shuffle these. This is also for the number 1. These are the cards for the blank ones, the empty ones that I absolutely love. I think I love these the most, actually. I will see if I see something for you. Come to number 1. This is a little bit hazardous, what you say, because, maybe people get angry at me. I still do it today. Not many oftentimes. Okay. I will just have to interrupt this. They say that you should commit to always, or always be committed to, it was shown to me in Swedish, to take on whatever is needed to be done, I think. Absolutely. And it asks, what do you want? And then it says the name. I won't say the name. So, okay, I will just leave it at that. But it's like, if you hesitate, if you should take on something that you still needs to be needs to be done, as it said. You need to be committed to do so. It's good for you, but also, since they ask what do you want, it's important to ask yourself that, and of course, there is a lot of things needed, so maybe you have a lot of choices. I get the feeling of that you have a lot of abilities and a lot of strength and a lot of responsibilities. So I guess you have a lot of choices in that sense too. But I think there is something in particular you hesitate about, what to do about. If you should even engage like in that. But they say that you should. Even if it also seems very heavy to you to do. You are capable of doing so. and it will go well. Otherwise they wouldn't suggest it. So number 2 commenter. Spiritual strength. Oh, this is the same, I would assume. Number 9 of wands then. Let's see if it's right. Yes, there is a, I didn't even, yeah, I said what it was in the other picture. Here is like a Buddha person almost holding up the roof, and like a strong spiritual enlightened master, bright green, behind a monk or a spiritual, yeah, someone that really searches deep spiritually. It's like an older man. Yeah, yeah, like not extremely old, but it seems he have been living for quite some time. He doesn't look like weak old, only not young, if you understand. Yeah, he looks very strong actually. Thoughtful and strong and yeah, pretty wise. We have a lot of responsibilities to this one. This card is coming for to give encouragement and remind you that you have the inner strength to complete whatever you've been working on. This final spirit card represents courage, discipline, stability, and persistence. You may be tired or weary from the struggle, but now is not the time to give in. Instead, tap into all of your inner resources for that one final push to achieve the desired outcome. I think all of these cards really relate to myself. Maybe no one will comment on this for me. You've been through so much to get to this point, and even though you may have acquired some scars from the battle, you're wiser and stronger for it. The enlightenment you've gained will be an invaluable resource. You may also notice that you're experimenting with different things in your life at this time. All of these experiences feed your spirit and offer you knowledge for the future. Okay, I think you could tune in yourself rather than me doing so in these empty cards, but I will. Let's see. Oh, there are actually now, this is odd, because there are, let's see now, oh gosh, there are 4 cards, empty cards that jumps out, but I have to, since I used to do that with the regular cards, I will have to check into all these 4 cards. Oh my. Right then, let's see. Don't ever doubt, they say. And then I see this whole, those where it goes sand through them, hourglasses they're called, yeah, I see. So something is, I take it as if something is happening, although it's like a sand, those little pieces of sand at the time. So even if you don't see the full result yet, it will happen. That's how I take this. In time it will. And it's almost like the lemniscate, what is called, the eternity sign, the laying down 8, although this is upright, but still, yeah, it's really, really positive. Okay, next card. That's the next blank one. I will put this away so I don't keep going and going, because I have them on the back of each other. So, okay. And no matter what, don't ever worry. And the same person, it keeps talking about the person on the previous, so I don't know. don't ever worry anyways. And I can't say the rest actually. I'm sorry, because I would reveal people's identity, and I don't want to do that. So I'm sorry about that. I will just, although they show it to me, I just feel like I shouldn't on the here. All right, the third card. But I mean, you have support. Let's say it that way, without mentioning names. Maybe I would suggest that some of you who comment here know each other quite well, or have each other's back. All right. No, it keeps saying it, but it repeats it anyways, that you should never worry. Yeah. So it's really important that they like really emphasize that then with these cards. And that you're never like alone or without support also. Although it wasn't said in exactly that way. Right. Okay. And then the third, my last card here. Oh, it comes back this, actually. Now it's double deck. It's like 2 times 7 to 8 cards in this. And it still comes the 3 of spirit then. The 3 of wands, partnerships and alliances again for the third one. I will read it again then. Maybe you all know each other quite well. Who else would listen? Let's see now. The meaning of this card denotes that you're now starting to see the fruits of your labor take seed and blossom. There may still be a lot to do, but watch out for synchronicities, which could bring opportunities to form connections or unexpected alliances that may create something new. These could assist you in gathering resources for future projects. With all partnerships, always remember that there has to be an even exchange of energy. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm so hit by these things. Oh, difficult. If you give too much, whereas your partner gives too little, it will leave you feeling energetically drained and cause potential disharmony in the union, as well as they don't even get a chance in that. I mean, if it's unbalanced in that way, it will be draining for someone else also maybe. There must be overall balance within the alliance in order for it to work and blend together for optimum results. This card reminds you that success comes in many forms, even from the most unlikely sources. Have an open mind when listening to others. Well, and then we will see the blank cards. Okay. One only. Right, let's see what this says then. Oh gosh, I need to take it from the deck. To you, number 3 commenter. Okay. To you it says like, in any case, don't promise anything, they say. To never promise anything. There is an image here also, I can't see clearly what it is. Sorry. I try to see it clearer. It's almost like you are like in between something. Almost like not the glue, but the thing, you are like patching something together, or maybe you are like this is not a puzzle there, I see, or something like that, but almost like you are a piece that is needed for something to hold together. I don't know. Almost like in the sense of a puzzle piece also. But I don't think maybe you know that. I think in this case you may be a little bit unaware of yourself being a tool, kind of. That's why you should not promise things, because you don't see the whole. Yeah, if you know what this is, you should just avoid it. You should just not do it in this case. They say, avstå, it means like in English, what is that? But I guess maybe you speak Swedish. Well, anyways, don't do it. No matter what they say. This will not be good for you. It's, yeah, there are opportunities, as these alliances and all the cards says, but be sure not to make any promises, and where you hesitate or those kinds of connections, yeah. No, they say just don't. Or probably it also relates to the card a little bit, that when you feel that there is this imbalance, and even hierarchy things, you should be careful about, I think. Yeah, it says so in this card as well. It kind of confirms that with the yes. So yeah, I will just I think I will just leave you with that. Okay, I hope you get something out of it. And yeah, we'll maybe pick some. Whoa! Now things will move. I cannot move these things. I still go through all papers and stuff. And also, I find, by the way, an old. There's one thing. If, for example, I won't go into everything I found, but there is one thing when it comes to these gifts, as I talk about all the time. I will also go into the psychometry soon and talk about that. That is my main thing, or the thing that I worked with the most. Not so much nowadays. I more just see clairvoyantly. I don't need to hold on to something to see. And I didn't need that before, but it keeps you focused. It helps to focus too. There is so much to pick up in the universe. I mean, so many, let's say, radio channels, or so many signals out there to pick up. It can be easy to tune into the right one sometimes, or not so easy, I was going to say. Yeah, anyways, yeah, I saw a thing that reminded me that, for example, if someone lied to you, I mean, some people want to test you, kind of, and that won't work well, because this is just my own, I've never heard anyone express it this way, but this is how I feel. That if you, for example, if someone lied to you and they say they have, let's say, a problem with something physically, like an arm, and ask you to tune in and see it, and if they don't, if they lie, then maybe you would tune in, of course, to them as persons, but also to that what they have told you about. I mean, to help you focus. And if there is someone around there, maybe just living in the same house that they don't know, or someone close by to them, or relative to someone close by, it can be like something. If someone else have that sort of problem, then maybe you would just kind of steer your energy towards that, because that relates so much to the information you have about what to focus in on. And then you would pick up information about that. So I mean, the best thing ever is to not say anything about anything. I mean, then you would have, and now suddenly I start to feel like my, what is it called, like the keyboard? No, that's a Swedish word. Like I never used to feel that. Someone have pain with that, maybe here over the like in the front of the. This is the right arm, like as if they have broken this little thing. Or maybe it's like a little bit up, connected to the muscles. Maybe here. I don't know, but it's like around the right shoulder. Any of you? Yeah, I never used to feel it anyway, so it must be some of you then. Oh, I would just shake it off. But and maybe you have problems with both your shoulders, but maybe more so with one. Anyway, so because I started to talk about that now, just maybe I picked up something. But do you understand? So those kinds of tests, or it won't work that way. If you leave no information, then it's easiest also, because you just have to be open and receptive and see what comes through. But if you give at least give correct information, otherwise you can't. And that's also what I've always said here for those who have gotten personal cards that they have asked for. I've always told them to not give me wrong information, because it's not that it would fool me as such. It would just fool yourselves. So you don't get the information you may want. So, yeah. Yeah. So then that was that today. I hope we got some really interesting partnerships and alliances. And the interesting thing is how different it can be. The same card, if I didn't check into those empty ones, it would mean like the same thing, kind of. Or maybe I would have picked up some different nuances of just looking at the card or get some other sense of the card. But still, that's the limit with the cards overall. They just show. They don't have that variety. If you pick a bunch of cards, then you would see the differences. But yeah, it meant quite different things for you both, and in a way same. But for one, it was to really take on responsibility for the first one, and commitment, and even though it seems heavy and whatever, or that you may question it, but also ask what you want, so you're sure what you take on. But still, for the last one there, the third, that's really warnings. And when they come with strong warnings like that, you should really, really, really listen. This will not be good for you if you are in situations where you feel that this is actually wrong. Yeah. But it talks about the same thing in a way anyways. What was it now? Alliances. Anyways. Yeah. Okay. I don't think maybe I should go through this. Also, if I make too much sounds, my cat will come and mess with me. You're not interested what I have in my bag as well. And also it's more fun if you see what's in there. So it makes a lot of weird sounds anyway. Maybe I should just do the sounds, without saying what it is. You can guess. Can you guess what I have in my bag? This is one thing. First item. I will count out items, but I know I haven't written them down, so I don't know which ones it is myself. Yeah, I think I will hear it maybe. That's the first item. And then I have this. That was also the sound of the bag itself. It's a Puma bag, of course. I I can open it so maybe you hear better what it is then. This was actually not open. If I don't get my cat here now, I don't know when she's really in deep sleep. This was just like a package thing about, oh guys, it smells good this. Oh, what a scent this was. I've never actually felt this scent before. Oh, wow, I wish you could really feel the scent here. It's like, can't even describe it actually. Okay, I need to open it more. Where does it open? Here maybe. Here. So. This is the thing. I will pick one of them all out. Oh gosh, the scent I can't even describe. Oh gosh, what a scent. This was awesome. Oh my, I get all addicted to this now. I shouldn't keep it too close. Maybe it's too loud. This is one of the smaller ones picked out. I think I will remember how I did this. But even if you're just right on an item, I would consider you to be right overall because I don't know in what order. But still, yeah. So that was in my bag. This is just like a handbag. Okay, that, I don't have a lot of space to put it in if I don't put it back in. And this is another thing. Sounds like oh, now she comes. I knew it. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. I'm sorry. I'm just showing things. Or not showing. I'm just... Yeah. It's like... Same thing. Third, I think. Yeah, baby. I know it was nothing for you, little one. Oh. Okay. I'll just have to put them away. Maybe she felt scent also from that one. Yeah, I think so. She smells. No. Anyways, here's the third one. No, not third. Fourth one. I mean. Okay, and this is. Hey, baby. Hey. Ow, she bites me. And this is fifth one. I need to take one of those actually. Oh, although do I want that? Yes, I want it. But should I want it? She wants it. Okay. No, I don't think you really do want it. Okay, we'll take a few of these. Here. This is really tasty. Then I need to go and do some food, I think. And then I have this one. I won't open this, I think. Yeah, it's kind of already opened. She's so curious on what I do now. You should see her eyes and her ears now. She thinks this is something she should hunt. I know the sounds are really weird. Sounds like strange little birds. It is not strange little birds, it's just this, baby. Oh, it's not some mechanical little bird. Yeah. So that was that. I don't know what kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe I didn't know. And I mean I'm not even close to. Here is another thing. Lots of food. No, not lots of food, but I'm gonna take a few of those also. Yeah, tasty. She don't believe this. I used to give her always, and now she got nothing. This is not for cats, babe. And then this. This. And then, oh gosh, I have these. I didn't know that. A couple of them, actually. But I could say like yeah, it was the same. I could take one of those out too. Yeah. Anyways, I didn't know that they were there actually. Well, now I know. These. And these. She's so curious now. Yeah. Wait a second, baby. Then I have. This is actually like a little plastic bag with something in it. This is in it. You can open it. Then it makes this sound. Oh, now she comes along. Put it back on, lid, and back in the. But you don't need to have a bag around. It's just because it's easier to actually find in my bag if I do. This I use every day. That item, and then I actually have this. I didn't know that at all. This is kind of a long thing. This is like a. I will let her have this one. I like pull all of it here. Oh, I love this in a way. I will give it to her. Yeah, baby. Do you want to smell that one? Okay, and then I have this one thing. Some beautiful things in here. I will just put them back there. Nice. Pink ones. And then, my purse, of course, and there is a lot of papers in it, more so than other things, I guess. Cards and little stuff. But then I already said what it was, so. Money. Okay, I already said what this was. Now she got interested. She didn't like the smells of that thing that I just gave her. And then I have this. Oh, I should take a few of these also, actually, or at least one, maybe. Maybe one. She can smell them too. She's so curious now. What are you doing, Gemma? I should actually go through this and check what I have. I didn't know that I had those things. Here is some other thing. And then this. Oh. she's so cute. As soon as she will jump all over. Oh, then here I have this stone. Here's a. Oh, sorry. I just did bite on one of those, whatever you think it is. Here is a quite a huge, not huge, but a little bit of a chunk of rose quartz, and that is one of the heavy things. And then I have this one also. I almost said what it was. Open it. Oh, a few things fell out there. It's like, it smells also quite awesome. Yeah. She needs to also get to smell everything I pick up. She's so curious. Okay. And then there have been some things that have fell out here, apparently. Can pick out them. Oh. What is this? It's just a. These are just like. Oh, never mind. You can guess that too. So I will pick out those. I can cleanse my. Oh, what was that even? What was that? What was that, honey? Oh gosh, this is a little bit over. I hope it didn't break. No, it didn't break, luckily. Actually, I can tell you what this is. No, don't take it. She waves with a pure paw. It's a little a purple see-through bag with a little aquamarine. It's a little dolphin that I got as a gift from one lovely person. And there is a stone also beside it, aquamarine. They fell out of my... Anyways. She's so curious. Okay. Babe. Now we'll just put... I should really... Oh, I also have one... you can't guess this because you don't see. You could, but I have an... these are not so easy to find anymore. What are they even called? They are called like... She got one of those things, but she didn't want it. Okay, but there is a blue colored stone that is like a royal blue. They're not so easy to buy anymore and so on, if you know what I mean. Here is this is like a something for one of the phones. And oh, this is for one of the things that I locked. No, that's there where it should be. She's really depressed now, my cat. I'm so sorry, little cat. Things that I fell out. I will soon turn this upside down. No, I can't. I need actually to go and turn it upside down. Because it's... And then there is a little... like a pocket. Oh, I have a few things in here. Yeah. Okay, let's see what it is. These are a couple of things in different colors. And another different thing. And then this, I guess you can guess what this is. And she's going crazy at me now. She will soon attack. And then I have I don't know where to put that actually. Okay, sorry for that strong sound. This I got from someone who were out abroad in Paris, actually. Little sweet thing. So a little bit further away right there. So, and also I have a little there is a place out on the outside of these also. She's so cute. She gets hysterical now. Oh, everything will soon drop to the floor. This is not very smart. I had all the papers that I'm cleansing here. So, there is a lot of things in this. Also, another, I had another other smelly, good smelling things here. And on this, I don't know. Oh, is it too sweet, babe? Yeah. And what is this? Some kind of brochure. If you can figure out what that kind is. And also, actually, I have a tarot card with me that I always carry with me. That is made by a friend of mine that I actually grew up with, and she's really psychic and have all the best energy. And so she made a couple of cards for me, and this one I carry for that good vibe energy. And then, what is this even? This is so surprising. Oh. Actually, I did know that was there, but I had forgotten. A few more. Smells good. And we'll just put them back there. And a little thing that I got sent from wherever. Really beautiful thing that you can actually have is a magnet thing. It actually says on it, "Oh great spirit, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference." I didn't know that was in there either, actually. I don't think maybe I should carry that. We'll see. Or maybe, who knows. It's good with magnets though. And what is this? This is just some... I just realized that I have some jewelry here, I think. But I haven't even picked out because I forgot. Yeah, actually. How fun. Okay. Good to know where they are. Now I know. Okay, soon it will maybe make a lot of sounds when everything drops down to the floor around here. I will have to stop before it does. And then I have some notes of sorts that I need to know. And there is a bag that I don't even know. Is there something in here too? I have to open this. I will open it a bit from me. What is this? Seems like the tiniest thing. Here is something really tiny. Oh, now I know what it is. Really, this I had really forgotten. Oh my god. You know, what I have here is actually a gift for someone that will, whose birthday it is like a year from now almost, who really wished for this birthday gift, and I didn't even recall it was here. Oh my, it's really cute. Yeah, alright. I should not carry that around. Someone whose birthday is just like the numbers are like I had to write on top of this bag now so I know what it is, so I don't suddenly... I didn't even almost see that there was something in there. Oh my. Oh. Okay, so it was really good for me. Was it good for you? Okay, and there is actually some other things here also. These kinds. This is the last thing. And now she really comes along here. I must check it. Cats are the most curious animals there is. And angry she is also because she doesn't get anything out of it. Oh my. Okay, so now I'm done. This was very boring for you since you can see. Oh my, I have one more item. It's this one. What is this, you think? Oh, someone is calling me. Where do I even have the phone now? I don't. But this was not even it. I just realized I have something else. Somewhere I heard my phone. I have no clue where that is. Well, I have to go check where it might be. But actually, I also have this pouch. This that is from my native Swedes kind of type of style. In that, I have a bunch of things. Also, rocks and this like a bowl and a pea stone and some protective amulets and I Ching amulets. And what do I have? I won't say everything I have in here, but there are various things, let's just say. And I vary that a bit. The things I carry here is related to what I feel that I need at the time. But there is something that isn't here that should be probably. No, I have them with the runes, yeah. Okay. So there was a bit of things here, babe. Yeah. God, I love my cat. You can have this one also if you want. Is it sweet? Yeah, she liked that one. It smells maybe from this, also hair from reindeer and so on. So she just bites me if I put my hand there. I should not do that. Alright, sorry, this was probably boring for you, but yeah, good for me. I just cleansed the bag. Alright. Take care, and not good at making short videos. Maybe someday I will be. We will see. Now I need to play with this one before she attacks me. She really does that. Now she's fierce. All right. God, I love this cat. Okay, before she's like, really, she's like in preparing to attack mode, Oh God, I'm so happy she's not larger than this. Then I wouldn't have been alive by now. Okay. Yeah. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.